Good day. This is Beyond the Veil with Miss Flame. For those who doesn't know me, I'm Miss Flame and I'm the host. Today's topic will be about the invisible side of the spiritual warfare. And today we're diving into one of the most misunderstood of misunderstood but most powerful realities of life and spiritual warfare that comes through people, especially those you would never suspect. And these are battles you cannot see with the physical eyes, but you feel them in your mind and your emotions, your confidence, and your destiny. So, because not every attack leaves bruises on the skin, some attacks leaves bruises on the soul. And spiritual warfare is real. I mean, it's real. So, invisible it is and often works through people who are unaware they being used. So these invisible forces uses people without them being knowing about it. Many times the enemy doesn't show up with horns and fire. He shows up or she shows up through someone's tone, the voice of the person's tone, through someone's jealousy, someone's fear, someone's bitterness, or someone's desire of controlling you as a person. And the most dangerous spiritual attacks are the ones you cannot physically recognize. So the ones that look normal and outside on the outside but are draining you on the inside. And the most dangerous spiritual texts are the ones you cannot physically recognize, the ones that looks normal on the outside but are draining you in the inside. Today we're going to uncover how these invisible battles works, how people can spiritually influence your life without touching you, and how you can break free from what you don't even realize has been influencing you. So the invisible war is most of the time people who never notice it. So every human carries an atmosphere, like in the energy, and that energy is creating the atmosphere which you find yourself in, which is a negative atmosphere or a positive atmosphere. And energy is a spiritual state. So some spiritual states are peace, some carry chaos, some carry heaviness, some carry light, and some carry manipulation, or some carry confusion or darkness. But it depends on the atmosphere you find yourself in the surrounding that you find yourself in. And when you spend time with them, with people whose energy levels you can sense or who are connecting with yours, when you arguing with them, when you accept maybe advice from them, or even when you allow them into your emotions, you are interacting with their spiritual atmosphere, not just their spiritual their personality, but also their atmosphere. So some people are initiatingly carrying generational curses, unhealed trauma, and spiritual rejections. Some people carry spiritual envy and some spiritual confusion. Some carry spiritual manipulation and some carry spiritual sabotage. And the most important one is some carry fear. Fear of who you are and what you can become and what you will do and arise into something that they never thought of. That fear of not wanting you to grow and wanting you to become something, that is also a negative energy that can cause harm. So they don't have a lay a hand on you, or even though they don't have to lay a hand on you. All they need is access through the atmosphere they gain access to your spiritual realm, and that is influencing many of us. They access to your emotions, they access to your mind, and they access to your confidence. They can even access to your peace. And the spiritual exchange begins how people can spiritually attack you without doing anything physical to you. Most people believe an attack has to be loud or obvious or physical, but the strongest attacks are silent. The strongest attacks are silent, and that is through energy transference or energy transfer. When you are transferring your energy to them, they are energy transmitters. When you are around someone who carries darkness, depression, jealousy, or confusion, you start feeling emotions that's not yours, that does not belong to you, and all of a sudden you don't understand yourself because of the projection of that person's feelings that you are feeling at that moment, but you don't understand yourself. You leave their presence and then you feel drained. You feel irritated. You feel mentally heavy. You start doubting yourself and are angry for no reason. We have suddenly insecurities and suddenly fearfulness. This spiritual transfer, and it happens without a single word spoken because of the atmosphere you found yourself in, that vibration that is attached to your energy level, and that is how people are gaining access to your spiritual connection in life. Words don't need to be spoken because words and curses and disguise as advice. Not every curse sounds like witchcraft. Some sounds like I don't think you can do it. When someone tells you that I don't think you can do it, that is a curse without you knowing it. People like you don't succeed. And be realistic. You are dreaming too big. Sometimes they tell you that you are dreaming too big when you tell them your dreams and the things you want to do and things you want to become. Then they tells you your dreams are maybe too big. But that is also a curse. No one will support you. Sometimes people tell you that no one will support you. That is a curse. That's not going to work, they tell you sometimes. That is also a curse. You're not strong enough. That is also a curse. So sometimes we are mistaken ourselves from what is a curse and what is not, because curses is happening in a normal conversation with someone. You have a normal conversation with someone, but in that conversation that person is telling you that I don't think you are going to make it, or I don't think you can do that, or are your dreams too big, or no one will support you. That is curses. In a normal discussion, they tell you that those kind of things, they are cursing you in a normal conversation without you realizing that, and then you are neglected of those words because you feel that words is harmless, but actually those harmless words is things that is being created in the spiritual realm and has an impact on your life. So these are not opinions. Those things are not opinions. These are spoken limitations. It is curses, spiritual barriers. It meant to block your faith. So envy disguised themselves as support. You think they are being supportive because they're looking out for you, but they're actually envying you. Some people clap for you publicly, but competing with you secretly. So envy is not a emotion or it's not just a spirit. And when someone is jealous of you, their presence begin to drain your confidence, because spirituality is energy, and when it is resisting your elevation, it becomes a negative influence, because jealousy are being released, confusion are being released, and self-doubt are being released. Your insecurity and spiritual heaviness is things that starts to grow. You not imagining those things. So when you are alone and you start rehearsing these things in your mind, because the spiritual entities projects the things that you have spoken to someone, your conversations keeps on repeating in your mind, and that is the projection of these entities that wants to rehearse these things and make you feel your spirit weaken. It makes you emotional and feel you spiritually drained. So you don't have that energy to start to pray. You don't have that energy of being confident. Everything confident that you have starting to drop because of those negative vibration that you have find yourself in, and that vibration has attached themselves to you. So it keeps blocking you from doing the next step and the next step to succeed on the things you have told someone you wanted to do. So demons influence you with their thoughts and they wounded people. People who never healed from anger and rejection and abandonment, and are being once being betrayed and being traumatized, or carrying spiritual connected wounds. Those people are the target of that demons. These spirits reach for open doors in others. Things that someone has done to you in the past that people know about, and they will not let you forget about it. They will keep on bringing that same things up just to bring you vulnerable in the spiritual realm. So you keep repeating those things in your mind. Things someone has said to you, or someone has done to you, or something has happened to you, but it is a negative thing. And those negative things is that open door. Because people will project those things on your brain constantly to keep your spirit down, and your confidence not to achieve into anything. So they attack you through those things. They manipulate you and they guilt trip you according to your past and what the future will hold on in for you through those things when you succeed. They will gaslighting you, and silent treatment will they will use upon you and do that through projection. They will emotionally control you and provoking your reaction. They will stealing your peace and make you feel small. And these attacks leaves no physical marks but spiritually bruises. Most dangerous part when you think it's just you. The enemy's greatest tactic is making you believe that you are overreacting, that everything is just in your head and in your mind. You are too emotional or imagining things. That is how you will doubt yourself. You will tell yourself later on, oh, maybe I'm just overreacting. And that is not overreacting. It is spiritually manipulation. So you starting to blame yourself for feeling you that those things that aren't even your thoughts. You will think, why am I suddenly tired? And that is me. I am constantly tired. Constantly. Why do I feel sad for no reason? You will be sad for no reason, as if you are waiting for something to happen. Why am I doubting myself? Why do I feel spiritually disconnected? Those are the things you were starting to ask yourself, but that is projections. Why do I lose peace when they enter the room? When someone enters your room or your space, your peace is fleeing out of the door and you start being aggressive or attacking your spouse or people around you for no reason. Starting to feel angry, but you don't know why you feel angry. Why does my confidence disappear around people that are negative? Because you not fighting your own emotion. You fighting their spirits. Some battles you feel are not yours. You carrying what does not belong to you, that are belonging to someone else. Spiritual manipulations. They know how people control are being they can control people without touching or needing to touch them. Manipulation is not just physical, it's sometimes spiritual. And it gaslighting itself is a spiritual guidance, but that is actually spiritual attack that makes you question your discernment. The purpose is to disconnect you from your inner voice and make you dependent on someone else's perception without withholding love or um, affection. Some people use silence and distance and emotional coldness to control someone's behavior. This breaks your spiritual slowly. It makes you chase validation. It opens spiritual doors for insecurity and fear. And you start being confused. Confusion is not a personal threat, it is a spiritual sign. If someone constantly confuses your emotions, your decisions, your directions, or your confidence, you are in a spiritual battle disguised as a relationship. It could be your friends, it could be your family, it could be your children, it could be the people close to you. Because these entities are using the people close to you to drain you. It uses the people close to you. It doesn't need to be people from the outside or people you see on the street or wherever. It can happen in your home. These people project their negativeness on the people in your home and then you start fighting each other. They project their evilness on your animals that are your pets or your animals around you in your neighborhood who are constantly triggering your peace. It can be cats, it can be dogs, it can be birds, it can be whatever else. Even in the night, the cats can run on your roof. Then you said to yourself, it's that tokolosis. It's that projection that are being used through these people around you in your neighborhood that are being projecting those things on the cats or the dogs. It is projection that are taking place at that moment, and they use it against you for distraction, for spiritually drainers. So how the enemy uses people to block your destiny. Some people show up right when you are about to elevate, hmm, or about to rise, or about to change, or about to heal, or about to step into your purpose. They show up as distractions, as temptations, as confusions, and as emotional storms. That sudden trauma, that unexpected heaviness, it is these entities that are using these people to stop you from progressing. Their presence is timing, and it is timed, spiritually timed. The attack isn't random, it's targeted. Your destiny threatens the demons. And how to recognize hidden spiritual attacks? Here are signs healing, you're healing with dealing with spiritual warfare through people. You feel drained after talking to them. Your shifts instantly around them. You feel spiritual heaviness in their presence. You have strange dreams after arguing with them, and your confidence disappears around them. You feel spiritually disconnected. You lose motivation or direction. So you start doubting your own intuition, and you feel watched or monitored emotionally. Sometimes you see a flicker, and when you look into that direction, it is nothing. But it is that demons that has passed in your midst or in your presence. You have seen it in the other realm that when it is fast, it happened in a blink of an eye, but you have seen something, but that something is just a figure that is that entities that is dwelling in your surrounding. So you sense jealousy or competition, but they deny it. Peace leaves your spiritual and your spiritual becomes tense. Your spirit sees what your eyes can't see. And how to protect yourself from spiritual attacks that comes to people? Guard your atmosphere. Not everyone deserves access to your energy. Protect your emotional space like your life depends on it. Because it does, your life does depend on it. Pray for discernment. Exposes what the enemy tries to disguise or make ordinary. Keep your spirit clean. The enemy cannot use what you have healed. Disconnect without explanation. You don't owe access to anyone who threatens your peace. And build your light. The stronger your light, the more darkness flees. Speaks against the word curses. When someone speaks negative over your life, quietly say, I, whoever your name is, I, Miss Flame, cancel that in the name of Him who has created me, the I am. Don't argue with devastated spirits because they will drain you and they will twist your words and make you feel like you are the wrong one. Some people argue from a wound they did not heal in their past. And then they want to project those wounds that they have on you. Not from truth. You can't win against a demon. Someone is protecting. Because demons are being sent. They don't do things out of free will. They are being used. People are being used by demons. That God of the darkness. So my final message to you are not crazy. You not imagining things. You're not too sensitive. You're not spiritual. You spiritually aware, and the invisible world is real. People carry spirits, atmospheres, energies, and influence that can shape your life without even touching you physically. But once you become aware of those things, once you recognize the signs, once you protect your peace and strengthen your spirit, the enemy loses access. You are stepping into clarity and strength and spiritually authority. And the things that once attacked you silently will no longer have power over you because you are spiritually awake. And guys, this is all for now. And if you have liked my content, I want you to give me a thumbs up, ring that notification bell, and engage with me in my comment section. If you want me to bring you more of this motivational and spiritual warfare niche, just say the word and I will be glad to bring you more content. So for now, I'm out and God bless. One love.